Hey everybody, this is Bjorn Allpass from WP Learning Lab. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to incorporate Twitter cards into your WordPress. Now, Twitter cards, you may or may not have heard of them. In fact, you probably have heard of them since you're watching this video, but what you may not know too much about them. So I'm going to give a quick overview of what they are and then show you how to include them in your site the manual way and then show you the easy way. Most people go for the easy way because that's the easiest and it's the fastest, and if there's one thing we don't have enough time of or don't have enough of, it's time. So let me quickly show you what Twitter cards are. So if you go to https://dev.twitter.com/cards, you'll be taken to this page. If you don't yet have a Twitter developers account, you'll be asked to create one. It's really quick, it's free. It does require you to have a Twitter account, so if you don't have one of those yet, you'll be asked to make one of those as well. But once you have a Twitter account and a Twitter developers account, go to this URL and you'll see everything you need to know about Twitter cards. So I'm going to quickly show you what they are. So if we click on card types on the side, this is all the different card types you can have on your website. A summary card with large image, photo, gallery, app, player card approval guide, and a product card. So the most common one is the summary card with image. And as soon as you see one, you'll understand what the others are. So in Twitter, it used to be that you could only have 140 characters in a link, but they've since evolved a little bit. So now you can have 140 characters up here with a link, but if someone is sharing your website's content, it can pull in this image and it can pull in the title of your content page. It can pull in some of the content itself from your article. And it will again show your account, your Twitter handle, as it does at the top. Well, if someone else is sharing, it would show their Twitter information here, but then it shows yours at the bottom, which is really cool. I mean, that's a great way to really get noticed on Twitter, is having Twitter cards. So if you have very shareable content, people get these images in their timelines, and 9 times out of 10, a tweet with an image is going to get more interaction than a tweet without an image, or a tweet that's just text. So as you can imagine, the other ones are quite similar. The photo card is just a photo. It's not necessarily a website or a website article or anything. It can just be a photo. The gallery card is multiple photos that show up as a gallery. The app card is really only for app developers, and it gives information. See, there's a better image of it. So here is the Sports Center app. It gives information about the app itself. And then the last one that you might be interested in, well, that's not true. Probably interested in all of them. But the player card has a video that goes right into Twitter and it autoplays. The product card, as you'd guess, shows products. So if you have an e-commerce site, the product card would be very valuable to your website. And then there's a variation of the player card called the approval guide. So in this quick video, I'm going to show you how to integrate the summary card. And it's really straightforward. All you have to do is include this code that it has right on the page here inside of the header section of your website. Now it's a little simpler said than done. If you're a developer, or not even a developer, but if you're okay with doing some HTML and going in and editing the core files of your theme, then this is a great option. You can use a plugin called Code Insert, which allows you to basically copy and paste this into the header of your website, and then it can insert that code into the header without you actually going in and doing editing to the core files of your theme. However, if you are doing this in your theme, you would want this to be different for every single post, which means you'd have to, the content section here, you'd have to use WordPress tags and WordPress hooks to get that information in there, which most people aren't going to be too happy with doing. So I'm going to show you an even easier way than embedding that code, and that is using a very popular plugin the SEO by Yoast WordPress plugin. So we're going to go back to our WordPress site and we're going to create a new post. Actually, no, first we're going to install the plugin. We're going to add new plugin. We're going to search by Yoast. It's spelled like toast, only with a Y at the beginning. Search for Yoast SEO, and it's called WordPress SEO by Yoast. Click on Install Now. It's a very actively updated plugin. It's always compatible with the newest versions. They always release security patches very quickly, so it's a great plugin. And it adds a little SEO toolbar, SEO menu to your sidebar. And I'm not going to show you how to do all of these different parts of it right now. Just going to focus on Twitter cards. So we click on Social, and then we click on Twitter. We want to add Twitter card metadata to the head section. The site Twitter username, in this case, I'm going to use WP Learning Lab. And I'm going to use summary with large image. And save changes. And now the SEO by Yoast plugin is going to include all of this code in the top of our head section of the website for every post, so it's unique to every post, and it makes your lives really easy by using this plugin. So now that we have the Twitter card section configured for the SEO by Yoast plugin, we're going to add a new post. Hover over Post, click on Add New. We're going to call this Twitter card integration, and we're going to add some content here. This is the content of the post, and we're going to add a featured image. Since we want a summary card with an image, we're going to have to add an image. So we're just going to add this image because it's already uploaded, and click on Publish. Now we click on View Post, and you can see it's quite ugly. The featured image is just huge and bright green, but that's okay. We're just doing this to show you how this process works. Your image will be a lot prettier wherever it is on your page. So we want to be able to test if we did it right, because who knows if this actually worked. So we want to view the page that we just made. We want to copy the URL. We go back to Twitter, and there's something called a Twitter card validator. The URL to get here is cards-dev.twitter.com/validator. We just paste the card URL into this box, click on Preview Card, and we see how this looks, how a Twitter card could potentially look if someone shares your content. If someone else is sharing it, this would be their information. So this would be someone else's name, someone else's Twitter handle, someone else's picture. But then this text would not be part of it. This is Twitter, including that saying this is how it could look. But this would be your website information right here, your image, your Twitter name, the image from your website. Here's the title that we created for our post. Here's who it's by, Twitter handle again, and here's the content from the post, and then there's a link to view the website. So, I mean, these Twitter cards are fantastic for engagement. So we've now integrated the Twitter card using the SEO by Yoast plugin into our website. But something Twitter requires you to do is request approval. As you can see, this blue box here. My domain, wp-phd.com, has not been whitelisted for the summary large image card. So we request approval every time we create a new Twitter card. And then it takes a couple days. And then when Twitter approves it, every post that's shared on Twitter, every post from your website that's shared on Twitter that has the appropriate information in the header will include this Twitter card. Something you may have noticed as I was going through this was in the SEO by Yoast plugin under social, There's actually only 2 Twitter cards listed: the summary and summary with large image. If you want to take advantage of the other cards, like the video player one or the app card or the product card, you're going to have to do it with a different plugin or have it coded manually into the head section of your website. However, I can imagine that SEO by Yoast, they might improve this plugin further in the future to include those cards, but they may not. Nobody really knows, but as of right now, they don't have that functionality, so you'd have to use a different plugin, or you'd have to go and insert this information into the head section of your website manually and use that for the Twitter card. And each one of these Twitter cards, on each one of these pages, somewhere will be the code that you need to embed into your website and to make that Twitter card work. And you make sure it's working using the validator. And then if it is working, you then request approval from Twitter, who then approves it. And then once it's approved, it's all automatic. You don't have to worry about it anymore. Everything that's shared includes your Twitter card. So in this video, we went over how to integrate Twitter cards, how to do it the hard way by putting the code into the head section of your website. If you want me to show you how to actually go in and do that manually, just leave a comment below this video and tell me to show you how to do that. But most people are very happy with using the SEO by Yoast plugin and just including the large summary card for the website. I hope this video helps you. My name is Bjorn Allpass from WP Learning Lab. Please follow, subscribe, and check out wplearninglab.com, where we write about WordPress every single day. Talk to you soon.